Welcome into OutKick, the show. I am your fearless leader, Clay Travis. I hope all of you are having fantastic, what days is it? Wednesday, wherever you may be across this great country or across this great land. I am, as always, your fearless leader. All right, boys and girls, we got a lot to get to. News to break down. Jalen Hurts headed to Oklahoma. Lincoln Riley is blocking Austin Kendall, his erstwhile starting quarterback, from transferring. Guess who else he's also blocking? Me on Twitter. What a complete pussy willow. ESPN host of First Take. Her name is Molly Qerim, I think. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce her last name. I don't sit around and watch that show. But she has said that Donald Trump buying hamburgers for the Clemson football team, racist. Racist of him to buy them fast food. Am I a celebrity? DirecTV will have to decide as they prepare for their Foo Fighters concert over Super Bowl week. And the Tennessee Volunteer basketball team, they are the team I have spent my entire life waiting for from a basketball perspective. Where should we start first? You know where I'll go first. Before we even get to Jalen Hurts, let's dive in on ESPN First Take host Molly Qerim. In case you didn't know, go ahead and adjust your woke meters accordingly. It is racist to eat fast food. Appearing on ESPN today, the wokest of the woke steaks, the woke sweepstakes, whatever you want to call it, ESPN host Molly Qerim said, and I quote, "When I saw him giving the football players a predominantly black sport fast food, my thought went a very different place." Boys and girls, the woke meter on Wednesday is off the hook. We are at an incredible level in this country. ESPN host decides it's racist to give football players who happen to be black and white hamburgers. You never knew it before, but the Whopper, systemic oppression, the Big Mac, nothing more racist than giving somebody a Big Mac. How about pizza? You didn't know it, but it's super racist to give people pizza for free when they come to your house to visit and be congratulated for their accomplishment. We are at an unbelievable status in this country where truly everything Donald Trump does is racist. And not just racist, super racist, even giving away fast food. I honestly saw this and I thought to myself, this cannot be the real world that we are living in right now. Most teams that go to visit the White House, pro and college, throughout history, are not fed. Let me repeat that. Most teams that visit the White House, pro and college, throughout history, are not fed. Donald Trump decides to feed the Clemson football team, something that almost every single college kid would love. I can tell you this. I went to college in Washington, D.C. If I had gotten to meet Bill Clinton, who was the president at the time that I was there, and I had walked in to the White House to meet Bill Clinton, and he had put out Big Macs, Whoppers, Wendy's, as much fries as we wanted, and pizza, I would have lost my mind in joy over how awesome of a dude Bill Clinton was. I would have been like, oh my God, can you believe we got to visit the White House and they had Whoppers and Big Macs and singles and maybe even filet of fish and salads for all the losers who also came with me and wanted to eat a fish sandwich from McDonald's or salads, plus pizza. I would have thought I had died and gone to heaven. I would not have thought that it was super racist of Bill Clinton to do it. I wouldn't have thought it was super racist of Barack Obama to do it. I would have thought, man, this is a pretty awesome opportunity, and I certainly wouldn't have gone on television. I go on television every day of all the things that you could say, it's racist for the president to give Clemson football team fast food is maybe the most ridiculous thing I've heard in sports television in a long time. Props to Molly Qerim. Some people are going to criticize her. Some people are going to come out and say, why would someone be that dumb? What in the world could possess you to argue that fast food, a food that is universally embraced by Americans of all races, creeds, cultures, ethnicities, and sexual orientation, is actually racist? That the hamburger and pizza, which are probably the two most American of all foods, the hamburger and pizza, if you went around the world and you asked people, what foods do you think of when you think of America? They would say hamburgers and they would say pizza. Number 1 and 2, I almost guarantee you on an international list of what foods do you think of when you think of America. If you said that that was racist, they would lose their minds. But in the wake of Jemele Hill being fired, this is a very good opportunity for Molly Qerim to win the woke Olympics. She saw Jemele Hill win the woke Olympics and get her own television show and get millions of dollars before she was fired. And now she has decided there is money to be made calling Donald Trump racist, and it doesn't matter what he does. I'm going to be the new Jemele Hill. I'm going to be the wokest person on the ESPN block. Nobody is taking away my crown of wokedom. This is the woke Olympics, and she has laid down the thunder. She has served everybody else at ESPN who are all basking in disbelief over her woke status when she went there and said that fast food was racist. Now there's no telling what the next opportunity for ESPN is going to be to find the other most racist things. Maybe driving cars, maybe flying in airplanes, maybe the bus. Somewhere, somehow, something that everybody does, maybe the subway, maybe the L train, public transportation. Racism charges are going to get difficult now. I can't wait to see what the next thing to be pronounced racist is by Molly Qerim and her challengers at ESPN to sit on the iron throne of inclusiveness and blame everybody for everything being racist, even when it is not. This is unbelievable. And also announce, importantly, that we now have Woke Wednesdays officially on OutKick. When you see the wokest thing that is said, make sure that you tag me. You might need to DM me. I have open DMs. Make sure I don't miss it. Every week I will pronounce a new woke champion, and we will have a woke scoreboard, and we will keep track of who the wokest is, and you, friends, will all be woke as a result. This way, you can make sure that you don't culturally appropriate anything. Now, right now, it is only 12:45 on the West Coast. Some of you may be watching this with hamburgers in your hands. You may be watching this as you wait at a drive-thru and kill time. You should know that you are culturally appropriating the black man's food if you are eating a hamburger right now. The next time you lift up a slice of pizza, I want you to know that ESPN is watching and they are judging you for culturally appropriating the black man's food. This is incredibly racist of you to also like fast food. ESPN is watching you. They got two eyes on you. Make sure that you don't do it. Again, it's racism incarnate. Don't be the devil. Also, some people are going to say, you know what? This is how racism starts. You're right. It's a slippery slope from buying poor college kids hamburgers, french fries, and pizza to putting them back in chains. I want to compliment Molly Qerim for pointing this out and stopping this from happening. It's really, really close. One day, you buy a kid a hamburger. The next day, you give him a rope for a belt, and you tell him that he can only get married by jumping over a broom. Not very far. There's not much gap between those two. That's how slavery starts in this country again. Starts with a free hamburger. Next thing you know, you get a rope for a belt, you have to jump over a broom, and you have become a slave again. Everybody knows that's how slippery slopes work, all right? Gotta be really careful to avoid free hamburgers and free pizza turning back into slavery all over again. That's what I got to tell you. I appreciate Molly Qerim taking the early lead in the woke Olympics. She basically just nailed a perfect 10, Nadia Comaneci style, by arguing that the hamburger is racist. I appreciate her for starting off the woke Olympics and woke Wednesdays in such styles. All right, a couple of other different things. Jalen Hurts is going to Oklahoma. Good for Jalen Hurts on making the decision to transfer to Oklahoma. I only wish that he was going to play for a coach, unlike Lincoln Riley, who I now know is a huge pussy willow who doesn't deserve to be complimented by me ever again. I couldn't believe this. I went on and saw and read the story today, which has been breaking everywhere, that Austin Kendall, the backup at Oklahoma, who was being recruited over to be replaced by Jalen Hurts, wanted to transfer to West Virginia, and Lincoln Riley blocked his ability to transfer there. That's a stupid move. Let me go on the record for the billionth time. When you are a graduate transfer, that means you have graduated from the institution that offered you a scholarship. You should be able to go anywhere in the country that you want to go because, hello, you have graduated. Giving credit to the Southeastern Conference. They don't prohibit you from transferring to another school in conference because the purpose of graduating from an institution is that you should be rewarded for graduating from that institution, and you should be eligible to transfer anywhere in college football or college basketball for that matter as a reward for taking care of your obligations as a student athlete. The number one reason, in my opinion, to go to college is to get an education. Most guys, even if they go pro, will not go pro for very long. The value from being a college athlete should come from obtaining a degree in exchange for you playing the sport. Once you have obtained the degree, you should be able to transfer anywhere. So congratulations to Jalen Hurts for graduating, understanding that he wasn't going to start because Tua Tagovailoa was there, and making the decision to go to Oklahoma. I think that's perfectly within his rights. I like Jalen Hurts. I like the way he conducted himself throughout the entire controversy surrounding who would be the starting quarterback at Oklahoma, and I wish him well at Oklahoma. I cannot say the same right now for Lincoln Riley, who is behaving like a complete and total pussy willow. This guy, Lincoln Riley, look at this. I just pulled up my Twitter account. He has blocked me on Twitter, the head coach of Oklahoma, because I called him out for his hypocrisy. Look at this. This is Lincoln Riley's Twitter account. This is me being blocked by Lincoln Riley. Don't know the guy, never met him, never have said a cross word about him prior to today when I pointed out the hypocrisy of him blocking Austin Kendall, his quarterback, from being a graduate transfer while simultaneously going out and trying to grab his own graduate transfer in Jalen Hurts. This is everything that's wrong with college football. Dictatorial head coaches who can't handle their decisions being criticized by media members with prominent audiences like me. Suck it up, Buttercup, Lincoln Riley. You want to be a dictator and control everything that your players do. And when somebody like me calls you out on your hypocrisy and points out that you aren't behaving in the same way that you're requiring your players to behave, you run and hide and block me on Twitter. What a total pussy willow move by Lincoln Riley. To block me on Twitter, can you even believe that? A head coach, total loser for making that decision. All right, additionally, right now I am preparing for my trip down to the Super Bowl in Atlanta. I'll be doing the show for the entire week, okay? Entire week of shows from Atlanta, Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday, if you are an OutKick VIP, I'm going to allow you to come in and see how the show is done, all right? Go on the OutKick VIP message board. We will have some cool details there. If you want to be an OutKick VIP, you also get an autographed copy of my new book associated with this. It should be a lot of fun, all right? Should be very, very cool to break everything out like this, all right? On top of that, there are a lot of different events that are going on in Atlanta. One of them is going to be the Foo Fighter party going on Saturday. They are going to hook up and do an amazing event for DirecTV. DirecTV sent me an email today saying that I'm invited to come cover the red carpet as a media member. And that if I want to go, I need to apply for media credentials. Now, they're going to have a celebrity red carpet. And my first thought is, this is intriguing. Why would I go cover people on the media red carpet if they are not as famous as me? I've been to a lot of these Super Bowl media red carpets, and a lot of the people showing up on the red carpet at the media events are, to be fair, totally not famous. And so I decided that I would send a nice email back to DirecTV, and that email says as follows. I'm going to read it to you. Am I or am I not a celebrity? Christina is the name of the PR person. I wrote, I'm not sure if I'm considered a quote-unquote celebrity or not, but I'm on a daily sports television show on FS1, lock it in, and I host the nationwide radio show for Fox Sports Radio. I'm reading my email. I also hate to brag, but I have tremendous hair as well. I'd like to attend the event with my wife on Saturday night, and I'd be happy, that's the Foo Fighter concert, and I'd be happy to walk the red carpet and express my undying love for DirecTV to all who ask. If I'm not considered a celebrity, then I will apply for media credentials, but first you have an important decision to make. Do I qualify as a celebrity? Here's my Twitter feed. If that helps at all, look forward to your determination. And I just sent her a PS. And I hate to brag, and I hate to draw attention to myself, but my PS that I just sent her, because she hasn't responded to me yet, I said, PS, hate to brag, but I have DirecTV in my Florida beach house. Now, I understand that some of you out there would say, oh my God, I can't believe that you would send an email directly from yourself asking if you qualify as a celebrity. But I'm a man of the people. I happen to have a big audience because I'm as honest and forthright and authentic as anyone in the sports media and probably anyone in the media overall. I have not yet heard a reply, but the haters among you were emboldened to have responses. I put it up as a Twitter poll. Am I a celebrity? And the response has been intriguing. A lot of you have voted. If you have not voted, let me go ahead and pull it up. 15,000 of you have voted. And 55% of you say I'm not a celebrity. You're entitled to your opinion. Even though I am a huge luminescent star in the celebrity stratosphere. I also think that you need to know that there are a lot of people infinitely less famous than me that will be on that red carpet, and that the reason I want to be on the red carpet is straightforward, because I get credit for date night, and it's going to blow my wife away if we get to walk down the red carpet, and then we have awesome seats for the Foo Fighters. Plus, I'll be honest with you, my wife is going to be hotter than like 90% of the celebrities who walk the red carpet. So even if you don't think my hair is spectacular, and even if you don't think that I am a huge, transcendent, luminescent superstar, my wife is hot and will probably have on a hot dress, and all the perverts who are standing there with cameras will love to take pictures of her while she poses next to me. Plus, again, hate to brag, but I am a DirecTV subscriber as a result of my beach house, and I'm even paying for all the really good channels. People in my beach house, they sit down in front of the television, even though I don't know how to use the remote because it's too complicated. I get every channel. My wife said, are you sure you want to get every channel? We're not even going to be down there most of the time. I said, hey, when you're rich, it means you get every channel on your cable or satellite service. We have DirecTV there. And I'm just saying, I think it's a great evidence of why I should be considered a celebrity. I'll update you with what DirecTV says. Final comments. Final comments on the day. I will be live on television, by the way, like a true celebrity in just over 30 minutes. Make sure that you put it on, lock it in, because I'm on a gambling roll. I won a lot of money yesterday on the show. I'm in first place on the show, and I'm going to give you a lot more gambling picks that make even more sense. All right? Here is the truth. This University of Tennessee basketball team, I have been waiting to watch my entire life. I am going to turn 40 in April. For my entire life, I have dreamed of being a fan of a Tennessee basketball team that was good enough to win a national championship. Tennessee basketball is on fire right now. I believe, watching a lot of college basketball, that they are the best team in the country. They just pulled off an accomplishment that only 3 teams in the history of the last 20 years have pulled off. Tennessee Vols are the 3rd major conference team over the last 20 years to outscore their first 4 conference opponents by 100-plus points. The others, Florida in 2012 and 13, and Duke in 2000, 2001. That was the Jay Williams team, I believe, that won a national championship. I am in complete love with this team. I am thrilled to see the way they play. They are a complete basketball team that is without flaws. Doesn't mean they're going to win the national championship. The NCAA tournament can be a total crapshoot. But barring injury, they will be a number 1 seed. And if I win, lock it in this week, I'm going big on the Vols outright to win the national championship. We, by the way, will be doing the television show from Las Vegas out with Lock It In during the NCAA tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun. I encourage all of you, if you haven't ever been to Vegas before, to come out, hang out with us, watch Lock It In be filmed in Las Vegas, gamble on a lot of college basketball. It's going to be incredible. All right? That is my belief. I love all of you. I got to go do television because I'm a celebrity, and that's what celebrities do. Pay attention, DirecTV. Get me on that red carpet. I'll bring you more attention than anybody else on that red carpet, and I bet I got a hotter wife than anybody else on that red carpet too. My name is Clay Travis. This has been OutKick the show. DBAP unless you need to SBAP. Share the show if you enjoy it. Every single day, every afternoon. Radio show is 6 to 9 a.m. Eastern, and then I do this show, and then I do television from 4:30 to 5:30 Eastern, 3:30 to 4:30 Central, 2:30 to 3:30 Mountain, and 1:30 to 2:30 Pacific. Kisses, boys and girls. I'll see you on television. This has been OutKick the show. See you guys tomorrow. Love you. Thank you, Facebook. See y'all.